Okay, everybody, let's call this meeting to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Okay, Mr. Stepanovich,
Here.
Mr. Dice,
Here.
Dr. Lee Corns,
Here.
Mr. Spadaro,
Here.
Mr. McKenna,
Here.
Mrs. Ling, Mayor Sinan.
Okay, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Mr. Morrison, do we have any unlisted amendments tonight?
No, Mr. President.
Thank you. That brings us to our consent calendar items, which are just the minutes. Are there any questions or concerns about the consent calendar items? Okay. Any questions or concerns? Could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve the consent calendar items.
Let's go Jamie and Mac. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Jim, are you going to handle comments by the mayor?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
Mayor sends his greetings. Here we go. Egg My Yard. Registration opens on Monday, February 21st, and will remain open until Thursday, March 31st. Recreation Department wants to egg your yard for an at-home Easter egg hunt. Register online, then staff and volunteers will visit your home to hide candy stuffed eggs in front of your yard. This event is open to those who live within the Franklin Regional School District. Registration opens, as said, February 21st and will remain open through the end of this month. The egging will take place over 2 days, April 11th and 12th. You'll be provided with a date and estimated time of the egging once registered. For fees to register, visit our website. And then following up on that theme, there will be an Easter drive-through held on Wednesday, April 13th from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. at the Murraysville Municipal Complex. Drive through and say hello to the Easter Bunny, Yellow Chick, and pick up a free treat bag. This was quite a popular event last year. We have not disclosed who the Easter Bunny or Yellow Chick is at this point. Murraysville Community Library will be celebrating their centennial. Please join for an all-day open house on Friday, March 11th for cupcakes and a trip down memory lane, learning about the history of the library and fun facts from 1922. Everyone hopes to see you there. Murraysville Cleanup Week is April 25th through April 30th. Residents may take items to the Valley Landfill on Pleasant Valley Road during the hours of 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday, April 30th, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Permit passes will be available beginning the week of March 1 through April 29th at the reception desk at 4100 Sardis Road. And the first glass pop-up recycling event will be for the year will be March 19th at the Veterans Field parking lot. We have been doing that with in conjunction with Loaves and Fishes, asked residents to bring non-perishable items. It's a very smooth flowing process, and I've had great turnouts. This is probably our 6th event that we've had. They fill up 2 dumpsters of bottles. And that's it for the mayor's report.
Okay, thanks. Any comments on behalf of yourself?
Yes, I had notified council. We got notice that the Murraysville Watch Group has appealed the Titan Well approval to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. So we'll be spending money and following that as it moves along. Second round of interviews for the chief administrator are scheduled for the week of March 7th. Staff met with Senator Casey's office to discuss grant opportunities for bridge replacements last week, and we'll continue to follow up with them. We'd like to welcome Robert Dupuy as our new Public Works employee, replaced retiring Public Works employee Ed Korchak, and several council members and myself attended a tour of the Titan Well on Friday, which was quite impressive. There will be another tour coming up probably within the next 2 or 3 months when they begin to frack the well. So we'll pass around the sheet again at that time. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Morrison. Okay, that brings us to community input. Members of the community can say whatever they want so long as it is 3 minutes or less. Thank you. Now, nobody signed up, but for the good of the order, is there anyone who would like to speak? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to liaison comments and committee reports. Let's start with Mr. Lemak.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is the library report for the 2nd of March. All this information I checked is available on the website, so if there's something I say that you want to look into further, it's murraysvillelibrary.org. The children's programs, to summarize, are the toddler time. It's designed for children's 24 to 36 months. March 16th, 23rd, and the 30th, and April 6th at 10 a.m. We recommend that you register for that event. It is required. Preschool story time is March 18th, 25th, April 1st, and 8th at 10 a.m. And that's designed for children ages 3 to 6, 45-minute sessions, and that is also requires registration. Dog reading PALS does not require registration. That's from 4 to 5. And we do recommend that you sign up 15 minutes, or I'm sorry, ahead of time when you get there. And each slot is 15 minutes with the dogs. Pokemon League is March 15th, 6 to 7. Bring your cards to play and trade. If you're new to the game, come ready and willing to learn. Registration is required for that on the website. Dungeons and Dragons will meet the 5th and the 19th, 2 to 5. Registration is required for that as well. Adult programs, Be Smart, Monday, March 14th, 6:30 for education on gun storage safety. The goal is to prevent access to guns by children and other people who are at risk of harming themselves or others. Each year, the United States sees nearly 350 children ages 17 and under gain access to firearms. So this is an educational program for that. Registration is required, and free gun locks will be available. Aging with Grace is Monday, March 21st, 2 to 3. Registration is required. That's a virtual event, and you will receive a virtual link after you registered. And as the mayor comments had mentioned, the 100th anniversary is Friday, March 11th, and that's an all-day event, so we hope to see you there.
Thank you. Sure. Carl?
Yes, the Parks Foundation meets on March 22nd, and the Planning Commission meets next Tuesday.
Okay, awesome. Tony?
Medic One had a meeting this past week, and they had their usual trips. They had 1,217 trips, 339 wheelchairs, and 200 calls for Washington Township, and 30 calls for motorcycles. They're waiting for rubber gloves, which they've been out of for a while, and finally they got a load of them in from the PPE, and they got so many now, they're good for the next 4 or 5 years for gloves. UPMC is giving them a little slack because they want some refunds of the insurance payments that they're not getting, and they're assured that they're coming, but it's very slow on payments both ways. Plus, a lot of customers are complaining that they're getting billed for insurance claims, and everything seems to be very slow right now, so they have a problem with that. Medic One also wants to start some type of program with Franklin Regional School, as they do with Penn Trafford, to have go to the schools every so often, or have the kids come once in a while and visit, show them what they do and how they do things, and make them versed on what Medic One does, and maybe get a little training while they're doing it. So they're working on that to get Franklin Township, and they've been doing it with Penn Traffic for quite a while. That's it.
Thank you, Tony. Jamie?
I have nothing to report.
Okay. Jamie Lynn?
The next school board meeting is this Monday, 3/16, and the curriculum committee meets 3/16.
Okay, awesome. Matt?
Parks and Recreation meets next Tuesday. So nothing really to report, just a couple things on, with some of the parks, with the weather starting to clear up. We just want to thank the Public Works and Bill and his team for starting to get those parks. They got a lot going on, and just starting to get some of the picnic tables and some of the stuff out of the way. So we look forward to those being opened. And then I just wanted to thank also Murraysville Police Department. We did for the municipality, the active threat training, and also Medic One did the CPR training for the municipal staff. And just want to thank them. It was really, really very great event. So
absolutely.
They did a great job. So thank you to that.
Yep, big thank you to them. Okay, very quickly, FTMSA did meet in February. I would say the two big items that I think are of relevance to us are, one, Piper Sandler gave them an update regarding their debt and their debt service payments. Essentially, right now, all is well, and it doesn't make sense to refinance. However, they're going to continue to monitor that because obviously all these upgrades cost money. But then on a more fun note, they're actually seeking millions of dollars worth of grants because the state, through the casino tax, has, I guess, a pool of money that is in the multi-millions of dollars just sitting there that people are not applying for these type of sewer projects. So they're going to go after that rather hastily. And they were joking that maybe I shouldn't bring it up, that way no one else goes after it, but we'll see. Okay, that brings us to our workshop items, and it appears we have no workshop items this evening, which takes us straight to our council action items. If you will look under 13A, I would ask for a motion, please.
Make a motion to consider authorization to advertise ordinance number 1057-22, an ordinance amending ordinance number 1009-19, an ordinance authorizing participation in an intergovernmental police mutual aid agreement for the purpose of responding to police emergencies in authorized jurisdictions. The proposed ordinance would add the city of Greensburg to the list of participating jurisdictions.
Second.
Thank you, Mac and Jason. Jim?
In 2019, the municipality of Murraysville, the city of New Kensington, city of Lower Borough, Washington Township, Allegheny Township, and Vandergrift came together to form a SWAT team, the Northern Westmoreland SWAT team. At that time, the city of Greensburg had contemplated joining the group, but did not. They have now reconsidered and wish to become part of the group. If you recall, as part of the formation of that group, there had to be an intergovernmental cooperation agreement executed to permit it under state laws. So this ordinance amends the number of participants, authorizes the intergovernmental cooperation agreement, and also expands the training from 1 8-hour day per month to 2 8-hour days per month, as recommended by the board of the SWAT team.
Okay. Questions or concerns from council?
Can you help us to understand a little bit the impact on the budget? I understand that we're increasing it by one additional day, right?
That's correct.
But that's an additional $2,500 per month.
There's actually 4 officers that train, so that would be 32 hours a month,
Okay.
a time and a half. In
That-
some instances, straight time, and others if they're scheduled during that period.
Okay.
Jim, those responses to incidents in those areas are just those trained officers only, correct?
That's correct.
And the chief?
That's correct. And it's only in those municipalities. Any other municipality outside that area is state police.
Will fall under state, yeah.
That's one of the reasons why they really came together was the response time from the state police group. They've done very well. What's been good about it is some of the training that these officers have gone through, they brought back to the group here and have trained those officers also. So there are other benefits being received.
Okay. Any questions or concerns? I think we're all very proud to be a part of the Westmoreland SWAT team, and thank you to our officers who participate in that. So if there are no other questions or concerns, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion passes. Thank you, Council. That brings us to 13B. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion to consider approval of recommendations for the expenditure of funds provided by the U.S. Treasury, Department of Treasury, known as the American Rescue Funds.
Second.
Thank you.
As reported at previous meetings, the municipality is in receipt of $2,050,000 in 2 tranches over a 2-year period. The first tranche was received in July of 2021, and the second will be July of this year. As also indicated, we were waiting for project commitment to the final rulemaking that came forth here on, I believe it was around January of this year. And the big item that changed in that was that there would be a standard allowance of up to $10 million in the least restrictive category. And it was staff's recommendation that those funds be used to reimburse police service costs beginning March 3rd of 2021. And that's what this proposes this evening, to authorize the use of the funds, the American Rescue Funds, for reimbursement of the police costs beginning March 3 of 2021. Those funds will then become general fund money once that reimbursement occurs, and the municipality had provided a list of proposed projects to add to the capital projects program that were not programmed prior to the receipt of these funds, and staff was proposing council acknowledge those and accept them also.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Council?
Good use of the money.
Yeah.
This is a side note of expenses coming forward. We're in the process of putting a road program together for 2022. Every indication is that it's going to be probably at least 25, if not 30% more expensive than it was last year.
Because of supplies,
Oil prices.
inflation? Oh, wow.
All that stuff's all petroleum based.
If we were to do, we have $1.5 million allocated. Last year, that would have got us 6.5 miles of roads, Bill. That would give us about 4 miles of road this year.
Wow. That's good. Well, it's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay. Final offer. Any questions or concerns from council before we vote? Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion passes. We have nothing under community development. We do have something under engineering. I have a motion, please.
Make a motion to enter into a permission and damage agreement with property owners James and Sandra Esperseth and Ronald and Marianne McHenry, being the property owners of parcels 49-04-00-0-24 and 49-04-00-0-034, respectively, to complete an investigation of a landslide on Saddle Pack Road.
Second.
Thank you, Jamie and Jamie. Jim?
We have a significant slide on Saddle Pack Trail. In order to access the slide area with a boring machine, we have to pass over these 2 property owners' land. This is a standard agreement that we've used in the past, which obligates us to reclaim any damages made to those properties. So with the acceptance of this agreement, we'll proceed with the core boring and see what the price tag is.
And remind us where that property is. Is that the one off of?
286,
Yeah.
heading towards, it would be heading west.
Oh, yeah.
Saddle
Okay.
Pack just to the
Yes.
right drops down over on top.
Yep, I know where you mean. Okay.
Saddleback Trail Road?
We call it Saddleback Trail.
Yeah, but they had changed it a couple years ago, Jim, to road.
Oh,
We're okay on my
Sorry.
motion. No, it's okay. Making sure my motion's okay.
Yeah. Nah,
we're losing all the ruralness of Murraysville.
There's still saddle packs.
Yeah, it's still Saddleback.
Okay, questions or concerns? Right, hearing none, all.
So mainly this is just to say if we did incur any damage doing it, that we would fix it or.
Yes, the majority of it will be passing of the equipment over
Right.
the property.
Yeah, that we would put it back as well as possible.
These are really common, Mac. Like, I do these.
Yeah, definitely. Makes perfect sense.
Okay. Questions, concerns? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? All right, motion passes. Thank you. That brings us to 16A. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to consider awarding a contract for mowing and trimming of various municipal properties to Dejanovich Landscaping.
Second.
Mac and think Jamie was first. Mr. Payano?
Good evening.
wait.
We had a bid opening on February 16th. We had 3 responsible bidders and 2 were competitive. Once staff did the comparison, the bid came out to the Dejanovich Landscaping as being the low bidder. He also had the contract before. I've met Mr. Dejanovich once and talked to him twice in 3 years. So he's very good at what he does, and I had, I think, one complaint the second time I talked to him was personal, but he's reputable, and staff agrees to have you consider awarding the contract to Mr. Dejanovich.
Okay. Concerns? No. Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, thanks, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Just as a side note, Council, these properties, if you recall, it's probably been 4 or 5 years. We broke those out of the mowing responsibilities of Public Works because they're just in out-of-way places, and by the time they traveled to the locations, they could have had another area in the park cut. So we felt that this was a cost benefit to the municipality.
That's logistics.
Yep.
Okay, any old business this evening? Any new business?
No, sir.
I don't believe there's an executive session.
No, not this evening.
No outstanding action items. One more motion.
A motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Council.
Meeting day.